Hello everybody, this is Zach again from the Joyland team, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to hand wash a car. Got a nice G-Wagon behind us, and I'm going to show you how to wash it. So yeah, let's just get right into it, shall we? Okay, so this is all your supplies. First of all, we got a hand soap mitt. This is what we use to wipe down all the dirt off of the car. This is basically the same thing, except it's on some aluminum poles. We use this to get to the roof of the car. Now, if you don't have one of these, you can use a step ladder, but I like to use this because it's faster and it's safer. Okay, this is a Foam King soap dispenser, and basically what it does is you put the soap in here and it like mixes the water and it creates a whole bunch of suds and it sprays it out of right here. I'll show you guys how that works in just a second. This is the soap that we are going to use. Nothing special about it, just car soap. We've got the hose right here. This is the hose attachment that we are going to use. It's a special one that is able to attach right here, which we're going to need to do later. And then lastly, this is just the bucket that holds the water and allows you to rinse off all of the dirt and stuff. So yeah, that's everything. So yeah, let's just go to the first step. Okay, so step one is just a simple rinse. So we're going to put the head on the hose and we're going to turn the hose on. We're going to spray down the entire car and get it nice and wet. So here we go. One thing that we try to do, if we can, is get the big chunks of dirt off. You can see there's a ton of dirt on this rear bumper. If we're able to rinse it off, that's what we like to do so that it doesn't get all over the mitt. So let's see if we can get this off of here. There we go, that works too. An important note here, by the way, is make sure that when you're spraying the hose, don't spray it like right up against the car, because you could chip the paint by doing that, and obviously that's not a good thing. So just be cautious. And second thing is, before you do this, is make sure you that all the doors and windows are closed. That way you don't have any leaks. Just common sense type of stuff. Okay, so now that we've given the car a good rinse and got the big chunks of dirt off, it is time to start spraying the soap on it. So if you'll notice on here, there is a soap line and a soap and water mix. So I'll show you how you do this real quick. All right, so obviously take the lid off, and what we're gonna do is we're going to pour soap to the soap fill line. That's what we're gonna do first. And then after we do that, we're gonna add water to the second fill line. All right, that should be perfect. Okay, so to fill this up to the second fill line, I would recommend taking the hose head off, because otherwise it can kind of explode everywhere and get bubbles all over the place and can get a bit messy. You don't want that. So I would recommend either take the head off and fill it up with this, or you can even just fill it up at the sink, but I'm gonna do it like this. So, all right, there we go. So we can put the hose head back on, turn the hose back on, put this lid on, and then we will move on to step two. All right, so once you tighten up this lid, you want to attach the hose onto here. And the way to do that is, if you'll notice, there's this little spring-loaded plunger thing. You want to pull that back, attach that, and make sure it locks into place. Okay, so now that we have this thing secured, it is time to put bubbles on the car. So in order to do that, all we have to do, aim it like this, and press down on this hose thing. And the bubbles will come out like that. And we want to make sure we spray it from the top down so that the dirt basically follows the same travel as the suds do. So we're going to give this car a nice good spray with soap. And then we will wipe it down. Alright, now we want to make sure that we use all the soap. You can't add it, you can't put too much on the car, so don't be afraid to really get a good, don't be afraid to coat this thing in soap, okay? That's actually what we're after here. So make sure you use every last bit of it. Okay, so once you're finished sudsing up the car, you're going to detach this thing and put it aside. And we're gonna fill this thing up about, I would say, halfway with water, maybe a little more than that. And just like that. All right, so we'll fill that up. And the reason we use this is because when we wipe the car down with these mitts, there's gonna be a lot of dirt on them. So we wanna be able to rinse that off in here, as well as getting the mitts wet. Right now, these are completely dry. So yeah, that's basically what we use this for. Okay, so now it is time for step 3. So after you fill this thing up about halfway with water, we're going to take these mitts and wipe down the car. This is what's gonna get the majority of the dirt off. Now you can start with either the hand one or the roof one. I like to start with the roof one because I like to go top down. So we're gonna use this first. All right, so the correct way to do this is to do long, straight strokes. Basically, like that. And you can either do it away from you or towards you, doesn't really matter. All right, one thing you guys want to do is periodically check your mitts. If there's a lot of soap or dirt on them and stuff, you can simply put them in here inside of our little water bucket to rinse them off. All right. Kind of just go like that. Then we get back to it. All right, so once you're done with the hard to reach areas with the mitt on the pole, we can move on to the hand one. And the strategy here, pretty much exactly the same. Just do nice, long, clean strokes. But we need to wet it down first. There we go, just like that. And then, like I said, nice, long, straight strokes. Basically like that. Now, this part does take a little bit of time, so don't rush yourself. You want to make sure that you get all the dirt off. This is really dirty. And one swipe, there's that. Now, this is also a good opportunity to show you what the dirty mitt looks like. If it looks like this, you definitely want to rinse it out in the bucket. So that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, so one thing I do want to highlight is this water is going to get very dirty, but that's actually what we want because it shows that we are actually washing the car the way we should. So if this water gets dirty, that's what we want, like I just said. So we're basically just going to keep going with this until we have all the dirt off the surface of the car. All right, final step is just rinsing. That's all we got to do. Same thing as before, don't hold the hose too close and make sure that all the windows and doors are closed as well. We're basically just rinsing all the soap off. Okay, so once we've given this car a good rinse, you can simply just park it somewhere like in the sun, let it dry, and then we can take this and dump this super dirty water out. Once you do that, you can take your 2 mitts, hang them somewhere to dry, put that bucket somewhere to dry. In fact, put everything somewhere to dry, wrap the hose back up, turn it off, put everything away, and then you'll be good to go.